Alright guys, welcome back to Drone2 Robotics. And yes, it has been a very, very long time since I have uploaded any kind of content to this channel, but I've been working, I got a job, I've been doing things, so yeah, basically the only time I have to do these videos is on the weekends. So I'm going to start doing that again, making as much content I can, recording videos for both this channel and my D2R gaming channel. You guys might want to go check out that as well. But today we're going to be reviewing the HyperX Cloud 3 gaming headphones, which are legendary. They have legendary sound. Yeah. So, all right. So let's start off this review with the body and the physical of this particular set of headphones. Now, firstly, let's dive into my first and really my only complaint with these headphones, and it is the cable that it comes with, which is a good quality cable, don't get me wrong, but it's non-detachable, meaning you cannot detach it, but gotta fly. Stupid fly. Anyway, the cable is non-detachable and is basically just stuck in there. So you cannot add your own cable because it's, I believe, a 4-foot. Yeah, you got a 4-foot cable with this, but some people might want a 6-foot or a 3-foot. And I know several times this has been way too long, and I just want, because I'm sitting here at my desk and I just want something 2 or 3 feet that I could simply add. But no, it had to be this long. And if something ever happened to the cable, then these are garbage. These work with literally everything. I mean, on the box it says PC, Chromebook, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series S, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, mobile. So it works with practically everything. Anything that takes a audio, excuse me, an audio cable. The fly again. Garbage. God. And essentially, if your mobile phone does not have an audio jack, you can just buy an adapter to it and it'll work just fine. Now, as far as the build, you see here, it has memory foam, very, very comfortable in my opinion. It is fully adjustable, fits multiple head size, fits someone with a smaller head than mine. As you can see, it's a little bit smaller, then it can fit someone with a little bigger head. Yeah, for sure. But it is fully customizable in size, and what is detachable is this 10mm noise canceling microphone right here. It is totally detachable. If you don't want to use that, you can detach it. Like, say you have your own mic, like right here. You could just take this out and you won't even need to use this. But if not, then you can obviously simply attach it right here. Now, the only buttons on here, or switches or anything, is you got a mute button, which when engaged, it will light up red. If it's on mute, right here, the little red light will turn on, and when it's off, obviously it just goes off. And then you've got the volume up and down, and that's really all with the build of these headphones. I'm trying to think. Yeah, that's literally it. Besides, it's very comfortable. I believe it's like 300, let me see, what is the weight of this? So the weight of this is 308 grams, 320 with the microphone installed, put in here. So it's a very lightweight. After a while, like 5-10 minutes of wearing it, you just forget that you're wearing this at all. And it's very, very nice. Now let's dive into the specs of these headphones. Now, these have very good surround sound, very good, it's like a 3D sound. It sounds very, very deep, very good. Situational awareness is very good. I mean, you can tell the enemy in games, depending on which game you're playing, obviously, but if you're playing an FPS shooter like Call of Duty Mobile, Apex Legends for PC, you can definitely tell if they're in front of you, behind you, to the left, to the right, and sometimes even how far away they are. These are actually really good and very precise headphones. They have 53mm single drivers, which are very good. You get very good sound there. And you get 20 to, I believe, 21,000 hertz of sound. So basically, yeah, that's about as much as anyone can hear. Very, very deep and very light sound. So you're able to hear a wide variety of range through this. Impedance is 64 ohms, and the sensitivity is from, I believe it's 100 to 120 dB. It has very passive and very good noise isolation, very good, very deep, and very rich. And the microphone is 10mm drive, noise cancellation, and there is a bit of difference from the wired and wireless version of these, because there is a wireless version of these headphones, which are battery Bluetooth ones that you connect through via Bluetooth, I believe, and they're a little bit heavier. It's a good bit heavier, actually, and obviously less comfortable. I don't have them. I have the wireless versions because the wired, it's don't need to recharge it, and it plugs in. You get instant connectivity. You don't have to worry about Bluetooth or plugging into PC or whatever it is. It's just instant and ready to go. And it's not that much. It doesn't really get in my way, so I just prefer the wired over the wireless. Yes, I've heard other people when using this, and other people have heard me, and they said my audio is very clear when I am speaking through this microphone. They are very jealous, as a matter of fact, because I could just they can hear me very clearly with this, other than sounding like you're somewhere far away in a phone box with some other cheap set of headphones, which I also have. And they claim to have, the 53 millimeter drivers and blah, 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 but they just don't have the wide range of sound as what these do. So these are very good, and I highly, highly recommend them. The price on these is around $80 to $100. They're on sale right now, I believe, for around $60. And these are the wireless, but the wired versions are more along the range of $180 to $200, so almost double the price for the wireless battery ones, which is why I got these. They're cheaper, same specs, and it's lighter, and I don't really need the battery powered one, so that's why I got the wired version of this one. Also, from past generations, as you probably know, there's the Cloud 1, Cloud 2 gaming ones, and they all have these really big microphones out front. Really big, foam, gets in your face, it's just not very, I did not like the look of those. And then these came out, and I was like, ooh, this microphone actually has a really good look to it. So yeah, the microphone looks better, and I've heard many cases and other reviews online say that it even sounds better and is better than the foamed older version of these headphones. So in other words, you get very clear sound, very good quality. And another thing, I've had these for actually a little over, almost 7 months now. So this is basically, say, a 6-month review. And I use them almost every single day. And I've dropped these a couple of times. I use them pretty heavily. And the only thing I will say is sometimes when I play mobile games like Call of Duty and other games, I wish the volume was a little bit higher, even when I crank it all the way up. But it's pretty loud. The volume is good on these. And obviously you want to make sure you adjust the volume on your computer or your PC or your mobile, and also the volume on this, because if it's not all the way up on your PC, then it's not going to go up, or on your mobile, and it's not going to go all the way up on this. So make sure both audios are adjusted. As far as noise cancellation, these do not have noise cancellation. It's not a feature that these have. Unfortunately, I wish they did. That's the only thing that I wish these had, was noise cancellation. That way you don't hear if you're in outside, or you're in a busy public place, or you just don't want to hear whatever's happening inside. I wish they included noise cancellation. Unfortunately, they do not. And I'm gonna kill that fly. Yes, very clean, very good, very precise. Absolutely recommend them, and I think it is worth the money, especially now that it is on sale, so you definitely might want to check that out. I will make sure I have the links to everything in the description, I believe. Yeah. So anyway, I guess that pretty much wraps up the review. So until next time, this is Drone 2 Robotics. Over and out.